Hello, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. Greetings to you all. Happy Friday to my families out there, viewers and subscribers. Anywhere you do, I beg, make it a collect my salute this Friday morning. This broadcast will be one of its kind because we have a lot of things to trash out in this very broadcast of today. And without not taking much of our time, I would like to take the headlines before I will venture into the toko as the culture always be. We hear the breaking news. Chimamanda, and I still remember this our only sister. We don't go Obodo Oyibo. He don't stand firm. Come to defend African culture. Even for his own hometown of Anambra State, they don't give him a chieftaincy title. I don't know waiting be that her name of for that chieftaincy title, but whichever way it is, and I still remember her. Now the same lady we talk to say because of the condition of the Nigeria and the condition of the Igbos in Nigeria, say no go honor the invitation where they give am for Abuja that time by President Muhammadu Buhari. Make she come correct honorary award. I be what did they call am? This woman say, Nehio, I don't collect anything. Make una do the country well. Say this thing one that they give people. No be waiting the country want at this point in time. And I still remember her. She don't come again. No, she don't break the internet now. Where can they question the US and the UK? What is the motive of congratulating Tinubu for that kind of a shamble election wey happen on the 25th of February of 2023? And I still remember how the election take go. Even the election crisis is still there for ground. 9:04 a.m. in the morning, the so-called INEC chairman Yakubu, Abi Prophet Mahmoud Yakubu, come declare winner. Whereby election petition still they go on. Even election reviews, crisis, and a lot of them. Some local government, states, and even some capitals, their results have been declared inconclusive. See, this man went ahead to announce a winner. So this man don't come out now. They ask UK and US say if not for a country, they conduct this kind of election. Say on a go fee accept them. Now the news where she carry come this morning, she done the para. Chimamanda questions US, UK's motives for congratulating Tinubu on the said shambles election that just concluded. Another breaking news here. This our brother, singer, the son of a late Fela Anikolapo Kuti, son wey name be Seun Kuti. He don't come blast Obasanjo for sending letter to the United Kingdom court over the case of Ekweremadu. Well, I cannot say what why the man was sending the letter or why he is criticizing or blasting Obasanjo. We will know when we come back with the main news. I'm just giving us the headlines before we proceed. This one is another breaking news. One Aneta Ofili, he don't go by her own friend. According to her, she said she waited for good 10 years so that she go buy her friend. It's simply because that friend, he don't tell him say, he don't tell us say the friend snatch her boyfriend 10 years ago. Now make him wait till until 10 years where she go buy this her friend for inside her apartment. Another one is coming though. The Igbos generally they don't attack Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. Fresh decision to send high power delegation to Lagos. My question is, what are you sending delegations to Lagos to do? Because this thing has become a norm. Every 4 years or 8 years of election, Igbos will suffer in the hands of those people who think that Igbos are nothing. Then after the election, you will call for peace and reconciliation. Is that how we're going to continue? I don't think the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo need this kind of meeting or whatever they think it is. This is how they sold out the whole Biafran to Tinubu, telling him that we need a full thing that he have to do for us. What happened to the quest of independent Biafra, set of Biafra? I think this Ohaneze Ndi Igbo is working against Ndi Igbo, not even working in the interest of Igbos. What are you sending? Encourage the Igbos, let them begin the movement of coming back home. There's no need of sending any delegate to whoever. If they think that Igbos cannot do without Lagos, then let Igbos show them that we can do more than even what we have achieved in Lagos without Lagos State. So sending delegations to them is encouraging these people that Igbos are nothing, that just like slaves, according to one of the broadcasts I watched in Facebook the other day, where they are telling the Igbos that they are slaves in Nigeria, because that is what they signed even before the Nigerian state called off the war. So you are giving this impression, these people impression that we are slaves in our own country, in our own land. No any country or whatsoever in this universe you will go and see somebody speaking Igbo language. It's only Igbos in Nigeria. But go to the African countries and many other, even in Haiti, you will find somebody that's speaking outside there or Yoruba. Not that they go there and decide to reside there forever. No, they are being born and brought up in that very area. In fact, during the time of slaves, they have been traded to those places, and they generate there from generation to generation. Not even first, second, third, fourth, fifth generation. They have been there for 10 to 15 generations. So, what is the reason of sending? Said they are sending a high power delegation. What are they going there to do in Lagos? So that they will report about the killings of the Igbos and the burning of their markets. That solve the problem. If you quench the fire now, wait for another 4 years to come, they will still repeat the same thing. So I myself do not support this movement. If you people are working for APC and working against the Igbos, you people better think twice. That is what I have to say. Court, he don't sentence one chicken to death in Kano State. We will come back for this very news. But first of all, before I proceed with the main news of this day, please, I'm begging, in fact, my niece is on the ground. If you have not subscribed to my channel and you are watching my programs on daily basis, please and please, I beg you, subscribe, turn on the discussion button, and most importantly, try to share any content I posted on my channel, because a lot of wisdom is there. If you don't find any wisdom from the beginning, look at the middle, or by the end of that very video, you will surely find something that will interest you to be watching my videos on daily basis. So this is what I have to tell my people, and I wish you a very good Friday today. Let us proceed with what you have for my people before it is too late. I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk from this Obonga channel, where we speak to you the undiluted truth about this nation, about Biafran struggle, and about the embattled leader who have been in the custody of the DSS, Mazi Okuchukwu Nnamdi Kanu. American President Joseph Biden and the British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak have come under fire from the Nigerian author Chimamanda Adichie for congratulating President-elect by INEC Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Adichie expressed her grievances in an open letter to Biden published on the Atlantic on Thursday under the headline Nigeria's Hollow Democracy, according to Chimamanda Adichie, in which she claimed that the U.S. president prioritized stability over democracy in Africa. Of course, they are dealing with, corruption. They cannot do it in their country and go scot-free. But in Africa, they can do it and go scot-free. All these people supporting all these shambles election that we're having in our country, the money you think these people are making today, they're making it on African soil. They can never use anything or internal generated revenue or whatever revenue they are generating in their country to siphon it and use it for their own personal no. But in Africa, they can do it and go scot-free. That is why they are supporting the impunity that is being happening in Nigeria and other African countries. Quote me wrong, and I will quote you right. She said, how surprising then to see the U.S. State Department congratulate Tinubu on March 1. We understand that many Nigerians and some of the parties have expressed frustrations about the manner in which the process was conducted and the shortcomings of the technical elements that were used for the first time in the presidential election cycle. The spokesperson said, and yet the process was described as competitive election that represents a new period for Nigerian politics and democracy. American intelligence surely cannot be so inept. A little homework and they would know that is a manifest style obvious to me and so many others. The previous was empowered by the technical shortcomings but by deliberate manipulations which they have concocted days back. I hope President Biden that you do not personally share this cordial condescension. You have spoken of the importance of a global community for democracy and the need to stand up for justice and the rule of law. She added, a global community for democracy cannot thrive in the face of apathy from its most powerful member. Why would the United States, which prioritize the rule of law, endorses the president select who has emerged from an unlawful processes? I hope it will not surprise you, President Biden, if I argue that the American response to the Nigerian election also bears the faint tent of that word, compromise, because it is so removed from the actual situation in Nigeria as to be distinguished, according to Chimamanda Adichie. Has the United States once again decided that matters in Africa is not democracy but stability? Perhaps you could tell British Prime Minister Richard Sunak, who quickly congratulated Tinubu, that all illegitimate government in a country full of frustrated young people does not portend stability. Or is it about that ever-effulgent nemesis China, as so much of U.S. foreign policy now invariably seems to be? The battle for influence in Africa will not be won by supporting the same undemocratic processes for which China is criticized. You get it? If you don't get it, you better forget it. So this is the top headlines of today's news broadcast. Ekweremadu Sienkuti blasts Obasanjo for sending letter to the UK court. Let us see why he sent the letter and what is the content of the letter. Afrobeat artist Sienkuti has berated former President Olusegun Obasanjo for sending a letter to a United Kingdom court over former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu and his wife British organ trafficking case. Nigeria recalled that Ekweremadu and his wife were last year arrested in the United Kingdom for allegedly trafficking a young Nigerian man into the country with the purpose of harvesting his kidney. After 6 weeks of trial at the Old Bailey in London, the couple, alongside the medical doctor Obinna Obeta, were found guilty of the charges against them. The jury found the defendants guilty of taking the 21-year-old Lagos street trader to London to exploit him for his kidney. Begging for leniency, Obasanjo, in a letter dated April 3 and addressed it to the chief clerk, the Central Criminal Court, Old Bailey, London, pleaded with the UK court to temper justice with mercy. Reacting to the Obasanjo's plea via an Instagram live, Sienkuti berated him for not replicating the same gesture towards young Nigerians in prison. Of course, that is the truth. He said Obasanjo did not write a letter on behalf of the many Nigerians in prison, even for non-violent crimes, but he wrote a letter for Ike Ekweremadu, who wanted to harvest another person's organ, destroy another person's life for the sake of his daughter. So who is to blame here now? Is it Ekweremadu who went for such, or is it Obasanjo who have written letter to the UK court? But a lot of Nigerians have been in prison, even in their own land, without not committing any crime. They have been on a waiting trial for years without nobody to attend to their cases, simply because they don't have anybody to speak for them, simply because no one is out there to stand for them. I waited for 10 years to kill my friend who snatched my boyfriend. Suspect laments. A lady identified as Anita Ophelia has been arrested by police for allegedly buying her friend Glory Okon to death in her apartment at a Green Villa Estate, Ajah area of Lagos. Ophelia, while speaking on the reason behind her action, said she waited for 10 good years to carry out the act. According to Ophelia, the deceased snatched her boyfriend about 10 years ago. A shout for help from Ophelia's one-room self-contained apartment at 1:20 p.m. on the 26th of March alerted occupants of the building. Occupants of the building reportedly forced the door open only to discover Ophelia thrusting a kitchen knife into the Okon's neck. What a tragedy. However, the victim, who was rushed to the general hospital on Lagos Island, was confirmed dead, having lost so much blood in the process. One of the tenants of the building, who spoke with Vanguard on the condition of anonymity, said the landlord's daughter was the one that heard the scream for help. She peeped through the window and saw a masked person stabbing a lady. She rushed and called her father, who alerted other tenants that forced the door open, only to discover that the masked person was Anita Ophelia. The whole room was filled with blood. We discovered that the victim was still breathing. We had to tie Ophilie's legs and hands to prevent her from escaping. Before the arrival of the police, Ophilie did not show any sign of remorse. She said she would explain to the police what happened. Had I know comes at last, you will spend the rest of your life in jail. A living dog is better than a dead lion. That is the gospel truth. You live, you did not marry, at least you have your life and freedom. But now you are going to end all what? In prison for the rest of your life, because if they did not even sentence you to death. Before the arrival of the police, okay, what happened? She claimed the lady in question was her friend and that her action was in revenge for what her friend did to her some years back. Why I buy her, Ophilie laments. It was revealed that Ophilie and the deceased attended the same tertiary institution and have been friends for close to 2 decades, 20 years. They, however, got separated following a misunderstanding for close to 10 years before they reconciled 2 weeks ago. This message is coming for ladies out there. If you have any friend whom you snatch her boyfriend, my brother, my sister, I beg, stay very far, because people are frustrated these days and they can do anything undoable because of frustration in Nigeria. You cannot tell me this thing that happened to this lady is not attributed to frustration. If things is working well, I don't think you have that kind of mindset to go to buy somebody simply because of a man. A report had it that both returned from a party, penultimate Sunday. Ophilie speaking on why she buy her friend. Glory and I have been good friends for years, but she betrayed that friendship by snatching my boyfriend. I had the intention of marrying him. Her actions stained the relationship and we went our separate ways for 10 years. We only reconciled 2 weeks ago. I invited her to my house and the rest you know, according to her. One of them, who visited the State Criminal Investigation and the Intelligence and Investigation Department, SCID, on Wednesday was heard telling others that I knew Aneta was troublesome, but I never knew she could go to this extent. I stopped visiting her over 12 years ago because of her character and flaws. Meanwhile, a team of detectives visited Ophilie's apartment yesterday. Police source said tramadol suspected to have been used to drug the deceased was recovered. The Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer Benjamin Hondoyens confirmed the arrest of the suspect. He said at about 5:50 p.m. on Friday 26th, a resident of Greenville Estate came to the station to report that he heard someone screaming from the room of one of Annie Ophilie, and that's Aneta Ophilie, that himself and other tenants quickly rushed to the room. Forced the door open only to meet Annie on top of Glory Okon, who came to visit her. He said Ophilie held Glory Okon's throat and by her on the neck and back with a kitchen knife, and they rushed Okon to the hospital where she was confirmed late. He added, upon the information, a team of detectives moved to the scene. The suspect was arrested. The knife recovered while the corpse was deposited at the Mainland General Hospital mortuary Yaba for autopsy and preservation. The suspect had been transferred to the SCID Yaba for discreet investigation and punishment that follows. Igbo attack Ohaneze Ndi Igbo announces fresh decision to send high-power delegation to Lagos. The Council of Elders Ohaneze Ndi Igbo worldwide has announced its resolve to petition President Muhammadu Buhari over the attacks on the Igbo since the commencement of the 2023 general elections. They also stated that they will send a protest letter to the National Assembly and other relevant agencies to communicate their feelings over the attacks on Igbos in Lagos. The group announced its decision via a communique issued after the elders in council held a virtual meeting in Enugu on Friday. In the statement signed by Chairman Council of Elders Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, the Secretary General Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, Oke Emuche, and others, the Apex Igbo group expressed its sadness and disappointment over the situation that our people are facing in Lagos State. They stated that a high-powered Igbo delegation will be sent to Lagos to meet with some leaders of the state with a view to establishing a lasting, peaceful, and cordial relationship between the Igbo and the Yoruba in Lagos. My answer to this is what? Nihil. We don't want it. According to them, amongst other terms of reference, the report must indicate the number of Igbos killed, the number of Igbos injured and hospitalized, number of Igbos permanently incapacitated. The report shall include a comprehensive report of Igbo assets and property destroyed, including the burning of their markets. These unpatriotic Nigerians destroy properties belonging to the Igbo. For example, a whole market was burnt. The information available to us revealed that they are still threatening the lives of Igbos and their property in Lagos. What? Nobody hold you hostage. Go back to your own state. You have a state. As simple as that. Sending delegations to Lagos State or to their government or to whatever it is not supported by me. Get that into your T-skull. Nonsense or handles in Igbo. Court sentences chicken to death in Kano by hanging. A magistrate court in Gidan Motala, Kano State, has ordered a chicken to kill his male. A citizen to kill his male chicken. That is the cockerel, for allegedly causing a nuisance in the area he lived. Nigerians learned that a neighbor, Yusuf Mohammed Jadin, filed a complaint at the court complaining that Isiaku Shaibu's chicken deprived the neighbors of their deserved rest, causing a nuisance always. Jane alleged that the cockerel crowed too much, giving them no peace. Having heard from both sides during a sitting on Tuesday, the magistrate Halima Wale gave Yusuf till Friday to kill the cockerel. However, Shuaibu reportedly told the court that he had bought the bird to celebrate Good Friday and pleaded with the court to allow him to keep it until Friday, Christian holiday, before killing it for a family feast. Judge Wale heeded his plea, but warned him against allowing the fowl to roam the area and disturb residents. She also asked him to ensure he slaughters the bird on Friday as promised or face a penalty from the court. Una hear am? Una don't hear am now? Now, our court don't have any other thing again to say other than sentencing chicken to death. Wahala no dey finish. And as I said earlier, wahala always tie wrapper for this our obodo Nigeria. My wonderful people, we are going to take the last but not the least news here, which is about a child in Akwa Ibom. The child, he said, Akwa Ibom child witch rescued by Danish aid worker said to begin university. So we are going to look at it very well. Look at the child when they accuse her of witch, and look at the girl of this of late. Charity, a young girl rescued 10 years ago by the Danish aid worker and Green Lovren, after being branded a witch, is said to attend university. Lovren shared photos of Charity, all grown up, on Thursday via her Instagram handle, noting that she is now a strong and independent young woman. She wrote, "Yesterday was very special. It was exactly 10 years ago. Land of Hope, director of a child development at Seabrook, and I found Charity in an abandoned house. Charity was accused of being a witch and outcasted by her family and the entire community. She begged for food during the day, and in the night she slept in the abandoned house on the dirty ground. When we found her, she was wearing a Chelsea football jersey, many sizes too big for her. It was the only clothing she had. I remember how her body appeared like a fragile feather. She was severely malnourished, beaten, and abused. What happened to Charity during those years of struggle and immense pain belongs to the past. Today, Charity become such a strong and independent young woman, and the next year she will start university. All thanks to your amazing love and support. Glory be to the Almighty. 5th of April 2013, we rescue charity. 5th of April 2023, we dress up to celebrate charity's development and accomplishment. Look at the little girl, as you can see in these photos, and look at when she have grown up to be what she is today. In 2016, the Danish head worker also found a 2-year-old boy in Akwa Ibom naked and wandering the streets because his family thought he was a wizard. Who is giving our people all this kind of mentality? Now, wow. She adopted the child, named him Hope, and nurtured him back to life. Thanks for doing that. But we don't know what you have in mind, though, because you people can never do anything without gain. But whatever way it is, we thank you. And may the Almighty God bless you for helping all those kids that are accused of a witch. Just for nothing's sake. Nigeria, on our way down. So my good people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, this is where we are going to carry our kaya, because too much talk, you can make us talkative. So we're going to stop from here. I'm going to hear my voice again, because I still have other news that I'll bring to us this very Friday. You know, Friday is always a party day. Friday, thank God it's Friday. TGIF everywhere. But no problem, I will not going to do TGIF and forget my job. I will always bring laughter in the face of the people who believes in me, in the face of my viewers and also my subscribers. So as on the watch this one, make sure say on the share them. If you never subscribe and you are watching my content, please make sure you say you subscribe. Turn on the notification button, because everything about subscription, it is free of charge. And may the Almighty to God bless you all, the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Until I come your way again, make on enjoy on a Friday. Please drink responsibly according to the World Health Organization. I'll be right back. Thank you for now. Bye.